Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group B, and in this course, Computer Assisted Language Learning, we would like to present our presentation, and we already put the material into the PowerPoint. So before we are going into the material first, I would like to introduce the member of Group B. So the first one is me, Nurhera Arindita Fortuna, and the second one is there is Nurfaisa Ramdhani, and there is Suci Nurisma, and the last one would be Zulkifli. So without any further ado, let's just move into the first material, which is the introduction that will be delivered by Zulkifli. So Zulkifli, time is yours.
Thank you for the opportunity given to me. My name is Zulkifli. I will explain about the introduction. Innovation has grown practically in all viewpoints. Instructive perspective is dictionary the person who impacted by the information of innovation. Hence, instructors likewise impacted to consider help language getting the hang of educating as a part of dialects learning teaching method. This is additionally one of the justification for why gaining technique this time has changed from the principal objectives to purpose obtaining information to be the genuine training setting and instructive change have set as fundamental targets those variable and means cover basically the development of perspective and scholarly capacities and further absorption of information. I think that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Zulkifli. So the next material is about behavioristic call, advantages and disadvantages, will be presented by Nurfaisa Ramdhani. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. Behavioristic call, advantage and disadvantage. The computer rules was that of a tutor, and the materials developed were repetitive language drills as described by Taylor in Sorry guys, dia aku. Okay. The computer rules was that of a tutor, and the materials delivered were repetitive language drills as described by Taylor in 1918. Taylor in 1980, vocabulary, grammar, and translation tests. Nowadays, repetitive language drills and practice are still used as the approach offers a series of advantage. Okay, the first, providing whenever necessary access to the same learning materials is essential to acquire a language. The second, allowing students to access the same material over and over again and offering immediate and non-judgmental feedback every time is ideal for mastering a language. The third, presenting such language materials on an individualist basis without time keep and deadlines, offering students the choice to study in their own rhythm is beneficial for owning a language. Okay, next, communicative call, advantage and disadvantage. The purpose of this call activity is focused on the student conversation, written test, or critical thinking. Another model of computer in communicative call refers to the computer as a tool It is introduced in programs that allow learners easier understanding and use of the language, such as spelling and grammar checks, programs used in the process of writing. One of the major challenge for the educators as well as fall at Fox was to overcome the and to optimize the opportunity that will allow them to find new approach that could help integrate technology in the language learning process. Recent development and advance in computer technology provide them with the necessary premise to take the step to the next phase. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Nurfaisa. So the next material is about integrative goal, advantages and disadvantages that will be delivered by Suci Nurisma. The floor is yours. Okay, I'm really sorry. I think no, I think Suci Nurisma is having a trouble with her connection, so I will continue with her material. It's about integrative goal. The third and current phase is integrative goal based on the technological development of multimedia computers and the World Wide Web. Multimedia resources, text and sound animation and videos are all together now available for use in a single machine, which is usually the computer. The next material is about the internet provides many advantages for language learning and teaching. So basically there are 8 of them. So I'll elaborate each of them. Suci Nurisma, are you ready to explain your material or?
Okay, sorry for the trouble. Okay, thank you for the opportunity you have given for me. Now I want in the integrative call advantage and disadvantage. The third and current phase of multimedia computer and the World Wide Web, multimedia search engine and videos are altogether now available for use in a single machine, which is usually the computer. The internet provides many advantages for language learning and teaching. The first is enables students to connect with the world to create authentic learning environment. Make it easy and defeat in next over the in learning and the development of learning strategies. And then motivation, because it can provide access to many funny games and communicative activities. Therefore, it reduces stress and learning anxiety as the provide repeat lessons and as often as need. and then become an interactive tool for students to create their own material and share it with other students. And then give students constant access to many such as newspaper and magazine article, film review, and books quote. Next, offer students the opportunity to artificially take part in activities outside the classroom and textbooks in the target language, and then become a tool of trust because the internet is text driven and offer even the most timid or hesitant people time and space to think and participate in discussion and exchange of information. All the advantages mentioned above are lost in the face of some important obstacles that arise to several objective reasons include financial and technical problems. Teacher and students require training to acquire competences and disadvantage may be specified by that the lion's share of successful implementation called in the classroom as part of lesson development depends on the teacher himself, including the first is how they use the internet research. Then the uh, use of information such as books or educational and uh,
Okay, I'm really sorry because Suchina Risma is having a trouble with her internet connection, so I'll continue her material. The second one is about the computer is considered a useful tool, so it can offer information to students, exercises, and that books or other educational aids cannot do. Suchina Risma, are you ready?
yes. Okay, the next actual challenge of implementing all. Among the advantage and benefit of integrating computer during the development of language learning lessons important are the first is computer can promote language interaction between teacher and learner, and then over the possibility to stimulate some process and a phenomenon in motion through animation and some experimental demos, and then ways and procedure for organizing the education or learning process in an efficient and modern manner, and over the possibility of releasing a series of directed operations that are very important for evaluation and also to develop student creativity. Some of the weakness that can change the education process in general and the language learning process can also be of the teacher role in the learning process, and the next the division into small part and will delimited content leads to shortening in the problem, benefiting the students with analytical thinking but now with scientific thinking, and then controlling the mental activity of students step by step, stopping them from developing creative abilities and entrepreneurial spirit and initiative. And then the last is excessive individualization of learning can lead to rejection of a teacher-student dialogue and lead to isolation of the learning process from its psychosocial context. I think enough.
Okay, thank you very much, Suchina Risma, for the nice explanation. So from all the material here, I will elaborate the conclusion. So basically, the role of the teacher in the classroom is very important, and even though the computers have become part of the learning process, helping students with information, it is the teachers that can provide valuable feedback and offer always good information to their students, teach them how to correctly choose the right and genuine sources of information on the internet, and also be creative of using internet. So basically what we would like to try to say here is that even though call most likely use internet, the collaboration between internet and computer, but we still need the role of teacher to guide the students so they can be more creative and they could be genuine in order to use the information from the internet and using the computer wisely. I think that is all from our material about computer-assisted language learning. Thank you very much for your kind participation. Thank you very much for the group member that has been participate in the special occasion today. And we will see you in the next occasion. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.